New Jersey is a state that has more school districts than it has towns and municipalities. And in many of these districts, there are superintendents who are making between $160,000 and $215,000 a year. Now, despite a cap being put in place for teacher salaries and other administrative salaries, they figured out a way around the cap. It's called a year-end bonus, and some of them are as high as between $20,000 and $40,000. I want to bring in news reporter Sergio Bichao from New Jersey 101.5, who broke the story and did all the research. Sergio, welcome to Chasing News.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
All right, so Sergio, first of all, what tipped you off to this? Because I've been ranting about salaries and school budgets for a couple of years now, and I had no idea that they could figure out this workaround. So what tipped you off, and what kind of research did you do to compile it?
Right, well, I started looking into it because in May, the state actually raised the cap. So the old cap, the most that a superintendent of a large district can make was $175,000. Now they can make $192,000. But if you look at the state data, they all get much more than that. Not only do they get bonuses, which can be up to 15% above the cap, but they also get extra health benefits that teachers don't get. And they also get allowances every year that are not capped at all. And in one district, a superintendent, $40,000 in allowances in addition to her bonus and in addition to the salary cap.
Sergio, what are some of the more egregious ones, between salary, bonus, allowances?
Well, that one district in Morris County, the superintendent has a school district with less than 600 students. Her salary should have been capped under the law at $135,000. But because she got almost $68,000 in bonuses and allowances, she ended up getting more than $200,000 last year.
Was that Mendham?
Yes, Mendham Borough.
Now, why do I know that? Somebody lives in Mendham that I know. What am I thinking of here? Oh, I know, Governor Christie. Anyway, Sergio, thank you for joining me on Chasing News. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Great job on the report, too. All right, let's bring back the panel. Naima, let me start with you. You were a VP of a school board. You hear this, $68,000, $40,000, $20,000. Let's forget about the salaries for a minute because it is very expensive to live in New Jersey, and I don't want to downplay the job they do. But to get around the cap in this way, I find it offensive.
Right. Yes, I do agree that it is offensive, and it is horrible to see that we're doing. But I think that it's horrible to think that we want to say, like, let's cut taxes in terms of education, because we do need to focus more on our education. But instead of cutting the cap on their salary, we definitely need to set a cut for their bonuses that they're getting. And we also need to think about the political connections that these people have. Like we mentioned, Governor Christie does live in this town, in this borough. So perhaps there's a lot of political influences that are aiding to her salary.
Don't you think it would make more sense, and Dr. Liz, let me ask you this, I would like to see those bonuses divided up among teachers who are doing the work with the kids directly. I mean, teachers have effectively made less money since this cap was in place in 2011, and now you've got these superintendent bureaucrats making a couple $100,000 a year. That's what offends me. What do you think?
No, I agree. First of all, I think, what are these bonuses based on? Like, why are they based on performance, and especially in a lot of these schools may not even be performing, so why are they getting these bonuses? So I would like to know that. And yes, I think the teachers are grossly underpaid. So to have these superintendents get around a cap and get bonuses and allowances with no cap at all, and the teachers who are there in the day-to-day grind are getting paid, meager
I know
salaries.
you don't agree with me 100%. I say get rid of all of them and let the principals run the show, but would you compromise, at least in some of the small towns?
In some of the small towns, if they are able to do so, perhaps. But overall, we do need a superintendent to oversee our systems and keep them running smoothly and effectively.
Okay, thanks, guys.